guillotine from deep half guard. For those that aren't familiar with the position, let's look at a simple way of getting the deep half from knee shield half guard. So, from our position, I'm going to be controlling the inside space with my hands. Car wants to hug my head and flatten me out, or possibly win an underhook. So I want my arm on the inside. I'm going to kick up and win the underhook. As I do, I'm controlling the arm until my head gets in his chest. Then I'll pass Car's right foot from my right foot to my left foot and make a cannoli hook or an H hook. Then I let go, underhook his leg and stomp through. So Car's knee is dropping in front of my hip. Once I'm there, I roll from my right side to my left side, and this is called deep half guard. Okay, Car's on one knee, and I've isolated one of his legs, and I'm on my side. I can play it with like a triangle. I can play it with hooks. If it's no gi, the grips I'll be making will be a shallow grip, and I'll be hand to hand. This guillotine won't work if he's playing a deep grip here, but mainly people that make this grip, it's gi. On no gi, I have much more control of his leg with here. So let's look at that again. So from knee shield half guard, if you were here in the Thursday night class, we are showing you how to pass this guard. Okay, but this is a transition that I can make to get into deep half guard. So I have inside position. I don't want my arm on the outside. I try to win the underhook. Car's winning the underhook on me, flattening me out, and all the stuff we talked about. Okay. He wants me flat, he wants an underhook. Okay. So I want to make sure that I have the inside space with my arm. So when I kick up, I'm on the inside. If Car tries to underhook from me, it's difficult. Now I don't want to leave my head out. Now he can cross face me and flatten me out again. So this hand's monitoring the inside space until I get my ear in here. Once it's in here, I'm okay from that. Now I'll isolate his leg. I just push from my right to my left. I underhook and stomp through, and I roll from my right side to my left side. Okay, this is our deep half guard position. I can play it with a triangle. I can play it with hooks, and we have that shallow grip. Just look at it. So, inside knee position, kick up, win the underhook, monitor this arm from my head, is in his chest, and I push, pass it to the leech hook, the outside hook, underhook the leg, most of them on my right side. I roll from my right side, I stomp through with my legs, and I turn into deep half guard. Car's on one knee, this leg, I'm going to isolate, and I can start sweeping and doing stuff from that position. Let's look at hitting a guillotine on the deep half guard. So, Car's playing knee shield half guard. Again, he moves into deep half guard. And we end up here. It doesn't matter if he's playing it with hooks or if he's playing it with a triangle. For me to make this work, he has to have a shallow grip. He can be hand to hand, doesn't really matter. But he's controlling my right leg with this shallow grip, not the deep grip, which would be there. For obvious reasons, I can't backstep. So from here, once he's made his grip, I'm going to put this knee to the ground. Notice the way I'm facing east, I'm going to turn west. So I drop my knee to the mat and I physically turn this way. My hands are on the mat. And by sheer luck, Car's neck's wide open. He's still hanging on my leg. I'm sitting on his grip. Just going to chin strap. Now from here, as I fall onto my back and Car's coming to the knees, I go hand to hand. And then look at high up. Then I'll just make my grip. As Car comes up on top, my elbow goes over the top. Let's take a look at that again. So, Car's in knee shield half guard. He's going to win the underhook, and then he's going to transition to deep half guard. Immediately from here, looking to see where his control is. Is it on this side? Obviously, if it was deep, I can't just do this move because I can't backstep. Hang on this leg. So I'm stuck here. But in no-gi, everybody plays it with this grip, if that makes sense. So watch, he's hand to hand. I'm going to drop this knee to the mat. I'm facing east. I'm going to turn west, and I use my hands as a base. This knee drops down. This leg comes up. My arm hits over the back of his neck. I just reach through and get that chin strap. There's the opening for the guillotine. From here, I'm falling to my butt and I'm beating Char into coming to his knees. I'm hand to hand at this stage. Notice the way I don't want him von fluing me. So my elbow's coming up. And now, my elbow. Let's look at that again. So we're here. Char transitions to deep half guard. Immediately, my hands are on the mat for base. I'm sensing where this grip is. So from here, even though he's got this hook, alright, I drop my knee to the mat and I turn my body 180. Notice the way now I'm sitting on that grip. Okay. His neck's wide open. Keep your left hand on the mat, right hand comes through, there's your chin strap. And now as I fall to my side, I'm getting hand to hand. Bringing my elbow up. Notice the way I'm not in the hip this time. My leg is in between. Doesn't matter. I've got connection. It's on. So even though it wasn't there, it was inside. You're just so connected to the mat. If you suck at the high elbow guillotine, you can turn that into an arm-in guillotine. Let's take a look at that. So here. Transitions to deep half guard. First thing I'm thinking about is where is this grip? Okay. From our position, I put my knee to the mat and I step around. I get my armpit over his head. This time when I grab the chin strap, as I fall down, I can come underneath the armpit. And again from there I can look at my watch and there's your arm-in guillotine. So whether you prefer your standard guillotine, your high elbow guillotine, or your arm-in guillotine, or even that blood variation that we did do, you can play around with anything. Still that, guys, yeah?